Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Tragick TV and another episode. This is actually the second episode, and you actually get to see my face. And like I said, I am not Prince Charming, so maybe sometimes when you don't see the face, maybe a good thing. Anyway, um, let's get down to the subject of the conversation. And as I mentioned before, I have little things written down on my little notepad where if my wife is here, I'll be going out to the car and recording this. So a little better atmosphere. You see what my kitchen looks like where I have my computer at. I told you how small of an apartment I live in right now. Um, anyways, back to Brian Tragick TV. So if you like the other one, you like the format, it's kind of going to be in the same format, but not really like a set format for the show, or for the episodes. So thank you for tuning in. And one thing I want to talk about is my hoodie. If you see that I'm wearing the same hoodie in a bunch of videos, you're like, man, he did like 4,000 videos in one day, which that could be the case. But it's just because, it's warm. You're going to see the same hoodie on me a bunch of times. Just want to get that out of the way. Alright, so I want to talk about first, let's talk about the music. I talked about music last time, about what I checked out, what I liked, some of the new music that came out. I told you some albums I told you I was going to check out. I did check them out, so let's go ahead and jump right into that. Ultra Bridge Fortress album came out a while back. I don't exactly know the date. I'm not going to look them up. Not really necessary. Um, Motorhead also came out with a new album recently in 2013 that I wasn't aware of and I came across. So definitely want to talk about those two. And also talk about Buckcherry Confessions. And I did not know they came out with a CD. And I believe it was in either 2013, I think. And then they just came out with a best of CD, which is pretty cool. Um, I mean, if you really, Buckcherry's really good. I think Buckcherry's a really, really good rock band. So I'll start with Buckcherry and talk about them real quick. Confessions, didn't really listen to all the tracks, but did want to put that out there that I think I listened to about three or four, and they were really good. I mean, Luxury, you don't really lose anything with them. I mean, if you listen to them and you know what they can do, if you're in a Buckcherry mood, listen to them. So that's about the way it works. So they're always pretty good. I don't think I've heard. Take that back. People always say the second Buckcherry album was pretty bad, and I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was pretty bad. I don't know why, but that album just sucked. I guess they didn't get the hang of it until probably it must have been something with Crazy Bitch when it came out that really just kind of they figured out what they need to do to make a hit album. And now, I mean, they've been cranking them out like left and right. Like every CD has like a hit song on it, and I think they figured out um, what they have to do. So Buckcherry Confessions, check it out. It's on Spotify. Um, and I know you're gonna hear me talk about Spotify a lot, but I like it. If you don't use Spotify, then I don't know what the hell you're listening on. Pandora. Yeah, it's okay. Probably the same stuff's on Pandora too. Um, Motorhead. Um, of the three albums I'm going to talk about today, probably the one that I would most go listen to is Motorhead because really good. It shocked me that it was actually that good. I listened to I think about half the tracks, and then I kind of like numbly kind of listened to the rest of it. Um, but yeah, it really really shocked me. Good, very very good for a Motorhead album. And I'm not a big Motorhead fan. I mean, I like metal, so I like Motorhead. They're okay. So they're pretty good. So if you haven't heard that new album, I didn't get the name of it, but they had one in 2013 that's out. So you can go on Spotify, type up Motorhead. Um, if you don't know who Motorhead is, I don't think you should be listening to them. Anyways, um, Ultra Bridge, Fortress, really good album, decent album. And this is what I want to talk about Ultra Bridge is that Ultra Bridge is a really great band. I don't take anything away from Miles Kennedy, who is the lead singer for Ultra Bridge, but I more prefer his stuff with Slash when he does that thing. Um, I like Ultra Bridge. There's nothing wrong with them at all. I mean, they're a really good band. It's just I've never really found like I know that it's good music, but I haven't really wanted to sit down and listen to an Ultra Bridge CD all the way through. I listened to a good portion of this, mainly numbly, but his voice is so soothing that it was really, really good. I mean, it was pretty decent. Um, so I mean, out of all these albums, it was probably second place. And Buck Cherry was probably, I mean, Buck Cherry, like I said, Buck Cherry is Buck Cherry. You're gonna know what you get. Um, the Ultra Bridge Fortress was a really good album. Definitely, up, like I said, up there. Motorhead would be the one to check out of all these. Buck Cherry, the third one on the list. Ultra Bridge being number two. So there you go. Let's move into the shows I've checked out lately. First of all, I just got done. This ain't even on the notepad. I just got done watching the American Underworld on Netflix, and a lot of these are all going to be available on Netflix. There you go. They're all going to be available on Netflix. And the crazy thing about Netflix, before I get into Netflix, is and in the shows, is that I'm getting ready to get a Wii for Christmas. Very awesome. This is old news. People already know this, but I just think it's cool that you have a Wii. If you have Xbox 360, if you have, I think PS3s do it too. I don't think PS2s did it. PS3s do it, I think though. Is you can access Netflix. Maybe not PS3. Maybe they don't do that. But I know Wii and Xbox 360 does it, and that's really cool that they have that feature that you can actually access Netflix on there. So I have a Roku box. So I'm figuring out what to do with that. So what should I do with it, people? I'll probably hold on to it. I'll probably just hold on to it just in case something happens to the Wii. So I have that for a backup, I guess, sort of. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. So I watched Underworld. And if you want to know what it's about, they had 3 episodes. Because a lot of Discovery shows, like I think that like they try them out and see what the ratings are going to do. And I don't know if there's any more episodes of those. So if you know, let me know. Because I thought it was a pretty good show. They had the sex trade one on Netflix. They had the identity theft, car theft episode one. And they had, what's the other one? Illegal drugs, where somebody was making meth, steroids. What was the other one? Crack. There you go. It's pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Not very like not. Shouldn't say it's cool because it's not cool, but it's interesting to see the I guess insides of the illegal operations of those kind of things. Interesting show. So the other show I'm going to talk about now is Extreme Cheapskates. Wow, great show. I love this show. This show is awesome, and I think they only had 7 episodes or something like that on Netflix. Crazy, insane. These people live like on like. Have you ever heard of people saying they live on shoestring budgets? This is like below that. Like these people do like extreme things to save money. Some examples would be they use cloth toilet paper and they rewash it and use it. It sounds disgusting, but the way they did it, like I brought it up to my wife. I'm like, well, it's actually not a bad idea, but I mean, if you think about it, if you go through like even if you buy like we buy cheap toilet paper and we just don't care. But some people they'll buy $5 toilet paper and that might be for a couple weeks. Um, so if you do that, you're talking about $20 a month. And if you talk about over 5 years, at 20 times 12, what would that be? About $240 a year. Ooh, no, why am I saying $20 times 12? Oh, 4 weeks usually in a month, and then okay. Yes, you're talking about almost $240 a year just on toilet paper. Think about that. And then you're going to buy it on laundry soap anyway, so why don't you just put it into the laundry soap and do that? And then the other thing we were doing was, what else they were doing? I know one dude, I'll give this example. How about this? This dude, I guess they do like 1 week where they don't spend any money like on anything. So they use all the leftovers in the house, everything in the cabinets they make meals out of. And they just really try not to spend any money during that week. Kind of interesting. Um, Dude went out and like went everywhere hunting for change and things like that outside. It was crazy. You just have to check it out. It's on Netflix. You gotta check it out. Other thing we were watching is Auction Kings. Getting into that. It's kind of like the picker shows and stuff they have and stuff, but and Pawn Stars kind of put together. Oh, y'all up a storm. Here I go. Um, but me and my wife, one of those shows we watched together, so we haven't finished it. I think they still have a few episodes we haven't been through. Yeah. The other ones I watched was Sons of Anarchy. Didn't take me very long. They had I believe, the fifth episode, fifth episode, fifth season of Sons of Anarchy put on Netflix, and it took me, I think, about 3 days to get through every single episode of that season. That's how good it is. If you have never seen Sons of Anarchy, you gotta check it out. If you have never seen Sons of Anarchy, and you've never seen Breaking Bad, and if you've never seen Dexter, and if you've never seen, what else can I talk about? Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. You need to see all these shows because these shows are really, really addicting, and those are shows that really, it's like, get you glued in. Um, one show I want to get on Netflix is Sopranos. That would be freaking amazing. Anyways, um, Jeffrey Dahmer Files is what I watched as well. This is really a boring documentary about Jeffrey Dahmer, and okay, so let me talk about this. So some of the serial killer movies that some people are into. Some people are into these movies, some people aren't. If you're one of those people, then you'll enjoy what I'm about to talk about. If you're not, then you're probably just going to tune out. So I'll make this kind of short and simple. It's a good movie if you like these kind of movies, but just be known that if you see this one on Netflix, really, really drags. It took me 3 times of watching it, and I knew it was so bad that I never didn't really want to watch it ever. So it took me about 3 months to watch the show. Actually, maybe about 4, because usually I didn't want to watch it. I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna finish this tonight because I know I watched part of it. Um, and then I went to start watching it for to watch say I'm gonna finish it, that night. Ended up seeing it. It was gonna be like a little over 40 minutes, and I was like, oh, because I mean it's like over an hour and a half long. I'm like, shiitake. But it's good. It's informative, and there's some things I didn't know about Jeffrey Dahmer, so kind of crazy things. But I mean, some things probably you could look up online, but if you don't do that, then sit and watch a documentary. Anyway, the last thing I watched, and the last thing I'm going to talk about, basically Dan Cummings. I've never heard of this guy, Dan Cummings. I don't know what you call him. Never heard of this comedian. Never seen anything about him. Here it goes again. Oh God, stop it. All right. Never heard of that guy, Dan Cummings. Crazy with a capital F is what the stand-up special was called. Really hilarious. He was kind of like an awkward kind of guy. He would like just talk about random little things and then move on to the next thing. It's kind of odd. Sounds like my kind of comedy, but pretty good. Wasn't bad. So if you have an opportunity to catch it on Netflix, check it out. Um, stop it. Okay. Here's my Mountain Dew. Stop going. Um, so, kind of cutting it short. I don't really have much else to talk about. Um, gonna make some more videos. Not Tragick. Not. I can't even talk right now. Not Tragick TV, technically. Now, since it's the end of the video and you guys are all like, oh God, he's not talking about nothing, I'll take this time to do a sort of an update to what's going on to the channel. So, if you enjoy the Tragick TV format, um, then awesome, because that's what it's going to become. Um, it says Brad Tragick over that direction, I believe. If you're on the phone, then I don't know. It's probably right above my head or something. Um, but if you like the format, Brad Tragick TV format, that's what it's going to be. I tried to change the thing to Brad Tragick TV, but Google Plus is anal cowboy and wouldn't let me do it. I tried to put in a nickname. I don't know what it was. It wouldn't let me do it. I said, go to Google Plus to change the name. I'm like, all right, I'm on for it. And I get there, and he couldn't do it. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyways, so I made another channel called Brad Tragick Music. So I'm going to move that over there. So if you're interested in playing listening to my music, it's going to be over there. I'm gonna move. Eventually, I'm going to move all the stuff over to there. Don't ask me how. It's gonna be a pain in the ass eventually, but it'll happen. The channel's there. If you type up Brad Tragick Music, it's just not existent right now. There's nothing on it. No image or nothing. It's just there. um, so there you go. So I hope you like that. And I'll continue to do, like, I'll do Brad Tragick TV as the main thing, and then every once in a while when I think about I have a buying and selling tip, I'll do that. I'm getting ready to make one after this video. I'm going to make a buying and selling tip video because I came up with an idea I want to talk about. I'll do that. And also I'm going to do wrestling videos randomly. Like, they're going to be random. Not really going to do a whole lot of wrestling videos probably. Yeah, it's going to be pretty far between. I know people enjoy, if you have a topic you want me to talk about, like wrestling, like, I like doing topical videos because everybody does the results things. Everybody knows the results. The only reason why people watch results, and I'm saying this because I'm the one of the people who watches those kind of shows, it's just to hear what people's reactions are. And every time I do them, I don't really get much responses from them. So the main responses I get is from doing, the topical videos or buying and selling tips or rants. And rants is kind of like in here. By the way, if people are still watching, because I kind of went into the whole thing about the channel now. Good God. I talked about this in rant videos, I think every single time. If you have a truck and you're driving behind a car, will you please, like, just keep your distance? Do you know that you're putting the spotlight on the car in front of you? Just a point. Just making a point. Maybe they don't realize that. If you have a truck and you're behind a car, you are blinding them. If you get up on their ass, they will slow down. You know why they slow down? They can't see. That's why they slow down. Just letting you know if you don't know. Because I get big monster trucks like behind me and they're like, and then they get mad when they pass me. I'm like, well, dude, if you wouldn't have got up on my butt, I would have probably kept doing the speed. I was going 55. It's a 55 mile an hour speed limit zone. And then you get up on my butt and I do 45. I wonder why I'm doing 45. Because I can't see the road. Very confusing. And the roosters are crowing. That tells you what time it is. Or does it? Anyways, thank you for watching Brad Tragick TV, and I hope you enjoy this episode of craziness talking about stuff that you'll probably never check out. But hey, it's been fun. Hope you check out Extreme Cheapskates. Hope you check out American Underworld. Hope you check out Motorhead and Alter Bridge. Until next time, keep rocking. This has been Brad Tragick TV.